How to get rid of problem skin, pimples, acne and everything else. A boy's perspective on the problem. The problem bothered me from about 12 to 19 years old. I tried all known methods except retinoids in tablet form, since this is a serious thing that requires serious control. Most advice from the internet turned out to be a complete bullshit, which very often even made the situation worse. And what finally helped me, I had not seen anywhere before, so I decided to record this video. I'll say right away that all skin problems are almost completely solved by nutrition. But it is very important, this is not when you do not eat 90% of foods for the rest of your life. Eliminating sugar, dairy products, fried foods and baked goods will only give a temporary and not the best effect for the duration of your radical diet. I'm sure many of those who struggle with the problem have gone through this. Don't eat anything for weeks, everything seems to become normal, the slightest piece of cake and the skin screams for help again. The main thing is that healthy nutrition should be based on a balanced diet and the addition of certain foods that stimulate and stabilize your immunity and health. What are these products? Number 1 is milk. Number 2 is fermented milk products, such as kefir or yogurt. Here many may feel a slight shock. How is that possible? After all, half of the diets for treating problem skin are based on eliminating milk, because lactose kills us even more violently than nicotine and alcohol. I will make a separate video about milk because there is a lot to tell here. The main thing you need to know is that lactose intolerance can be congenital or acquired. In the first case, a person has a missing or damaged gene for the enzyme that digests lactose. This is a serious genetic disease that a person knows from birth. Such children reject mother's milk in all available ways, and if they are not given special nutrition, this will lead to serious problems. In this case, milk is excluded from the diet for all life. The disease is quite rare, about 3% of people suffer from this. Acquired lactose intolerance is when your genes are fine, but for some reason the production of the enzyme is greatly reduced. This can occur as a result of natural decline, injury, or you simply have not consumed dairy products for a long time. But even in this case, a small glass or 250 milliliters of poor milk per day will not harm you in any way. Plus other dairy products with the low lactose content, kefir, yogurt, cottage cheese, butter and so on. In addition to humans, lactose can be digested by bacteria that live in our intestines. These bacteria are part of our microflora and ensure the maintenance of our natural immunity and health, which means they definitely need to eat well. I was on a dairy-free diet for about 5 years because I saw on the internet how milk was killing tens of thousands of healthy people per second. And one day we decided to take an analysis of the composition of the intestinal microflora. There was a severe dysbacteriosis, the number of bacteria consuming milk was reduced, and the number of bacteria with that name was greatly increased. Then I decided to try probiotics. These are special tablets containing beneficial bacteria. They are often prescribed after a course of antibiotics to support our natural microflora and improve immunity. There are also prebiotics. These are tablets with nutrients for the above-mentioned bacteria, and there are also metabiotics, a tablet with bacterial metabolites that create a comfortable living environment for them. Probiotics were able to improve the condition of my skin, and then it turned out that the best pharmaceutical medicine contained approximately the same number of lactic acid bacteria as in one glass of kefir. Here I already strongly doubt everything I had heard before and decided to also try adding a glass of milk to my diet. So from kefir I received a large amount of beneficial bacteria and fed them milk with lactose. The first week my skin was a little stormy, but the nature of the rashes changed, the acne stopped being so inflamed and became much smaller. And after a month of such a diet, I was able to look at myself in the mirror with a smile. And it was the best feeling in the last 10 years. I can't say that my skin has become perfect. No, but acute inflammation and large pimples have completely disappeared. And most importantly, my skin has become much more stable because now I can eat chips, cakes and any other sweets without any problems. Of course, in adequate quantities. At that time I also decided to seriously reconsider my diet in general. I found a special website that calculates calorie content, the amount of vitamins and minerals in foods and other important things. And with the help of it, I competently organized my nutrition. I advise you to do the same. And for your understanding, what you need to start from. 2 or 3 main meals a day with a quality side dish. Pasta, rice, buckwheat, lentils, potatoes and so on. And a quality source of protein. Chicken, turkey, eggs, fish. Next, it is important to include vegetables for each such meal. My base was cucumbers, tomatoes, cabbage, but in general, the more wide, the better. Vegetables can be cut into a salad and poured with healthy oil, such as unrefined sunflower or flaxseed. And of course, as I said earlier, be sure to add a glass of milk and a glass of kefir or yogurt every day. You can also add cottage cheese with berries or cheese as a snack. I have given you a base from which you can build and make it more interesting depending on your preferences. Is it okay to eat sugar and sweet foods? I will also make a separate video about sugar, but the main thing is that sugar is a universal source of energy for all living organisms. Most foods are mostly made up of sugar and sugar residues. In terms of carbohydrates, the only difference between rice and marshmallows is that rice takes a little longer to digest. And yes, fast sources of carbohydrates such as marshmallows or other sweets cause sudden changes in blood sugar or glucose and insulin levels. And actually, such products can increase problems with your skin and other inflammatory processes in the body. But this is not the main cause of the problem, so the effect of giving up sugar will only be while following such a diet. And my recommendation here is to control the consumption of fast sweet carbohydrates. For example, I eat 1 marshmallow with a cup of tea after each main meal, and I'm happy. When you have already achieved a good effect for your skin, you can allow yourself a little more. And even a huge cake, but only on holidays, of course. And yeah, by the way, fruits are also a quick source of carbohydrates, and they also don't have as many vitamins as everyone thinks. But don't bother too much with them. The main thing is to know the norm of 2 or 3 fruits per day. What you really should avoid are fats that are thermally processed on the open air. They always worsen the condition of your skin and the whole body, no matter have you a problem or not. These are foods fried in a lot of oil, or sweets with a high fat content also fall into this category, margarine, popcorn and else. At the same time, boiling in water is a good way of heat treatment. You don't need to be afraid of fats in boiled chicken. But with fried chicken, it's better to be more careful. Let's also add the popular today version with intolerance to gluten, or wheat protein. People with gluten intolerance, as with milk, know about their problems from birth. This is also a very serious disease that does not appear with the skin problems, but has quite serious consequences. And so, most of flour products is also a fast source of carbohydrates, and the consumption of such products should also be controlled. Next, let's quickly go over the popular points that also don't work. Washing face with soap or washing a lot with hot water. This damages the natural fatty layer of the skin, which leads to degradation of the skin microflora and local immunity. Next, it is useless to fight the Demodex skin mite. This organism is present in everyone, and on problem skin its amount just increases. But this is not the main cause of the disease. Changing pillowcases every day and disposable face towels is a good but rather supportive method. It is more about hygiene than about treatment. Any care products that are applied to the skin, firstly, they must be selected specifically for your skin, and secondly, They can have a therapeutic effect only on very mild cases of skin problems, but as a supportive measure, why not? Dietary supplements with zinc and other cool things are good tools, but more for generally improving your health, as well as creating a balanced diet. If you don't get something from food, please take supplements. Creams with high alcohol content and with strong acids in large quantities, they will spoil your skin fat layer, but are good for targeted use on inflammation 1-2 times a day. What skincare products am I currently using? And this is a great place for advertising integration, but I don't have enough subscribers yet to be offered such things. So, you will need a good face wash. Girls, you already know how to find a good one. Boys, just ask the girls. I also locally use salicylic zinc paste to reduce inflammation before bed or when I don't have to leave the house. I can also recommend having a healthy sleep schedule, but this is something impossible from the realm of fantasy. Now again, what steps I suggest you to do? First, create a balanced diet for yourself. Second, for up to 5 days, give up dairy products, sweets and flour products, just to reduce the overall level of inflammation. Third, gradually start adding fermented milk products to your diet, kefir or yogurt. If you're not sure, you can, like me, start with probiotics, but don't stay on them for long. At this stage, after a week, you should be confident in drinking a glass of kefir or yogurt every day. Step number 4. Do the same but with milk. Start small, but after a few days you need to confidently consume a whole glass of milk. Don't be afraid of any temporary bad effects in your skin condition. Firstly, they can be caused by other factors, not your new diet, and secondly, give yourself time to get used to it. The final step. Follow to your balanced diet, control your consumption of sweets and other junk foods, drink a glass of kefir and a glass of milk every day for a month, and be sure to monitor the dynamics and regulate your diet depending on your condition. During this month, the state of your intestinal microflora will improve. The balance between conditionally beneficial and harmful bacteria will level out, and the internal environmental conditions will become more comfortable for them. High-quality microflora will better perform its functions. It will more actively participate in the digestion of food, more effectively protect the body from other pathogenic organisms, release into the blood its metabolic products, vitamins and minerals, which will improve your health in general and improve local immunity and the local microflora of other organs, including the skin. This is the effect that the activities I talked about in this video are aimed to. I sincerely hope that I was able to help everyone watching who is currently struggling with problem skin, and that after some time you will return to this video and write a comment that everything worked out for you. I wish you good luck and see you again.